basically you're redeeming nothing. So that's the unfortunate part. I went back on Iron Finance's, Twitter. They still have not given any reason. This was reported about 2 hours ago. We will share a postmortem once the ongoing bank run is over. So I don't know what that means. If you look inside there, people are speculating something happened with Polygon, but no, it has nothing to do with Polygon. And then an hour after that, dear community, please withdraw liquidity from all pools. We will share a postmortem as soon as we have better understanding of the bank run. USDC collateral is available for redemption as normal. And then an hour after that, there's no more redemptions because it is now worth zero, right? So did the team or founder just exit scammed and pull everything out, or was there a smart contract vulnerability, or there was some kind of hack, right? Sometimes teams store their private key in really unsafe areas. I don't know. There's no information. The only thing is it went from $60 down to $2 and now down to $0. And this project had almost $2 billion of liquidity locked in. That is an enormous amount for a brand new project, and that's because I think of Mark's influence, because people saw, hey, it's Mark Cuban, a tech billionaire that owns the Dallas Mavericks. Like, he gets into a project like Titan or Iron Finance, it can't possibly be bad, right? And I think he was thinking so as well. So unfortunately, this happens. This happens in crypto all the time. So that's why you have to be very, very, very careful. Sometimes, there's a brand new project and it seems like everyone is aping into it, and that it's, making everyone loads of money, right? And it has to be legit because it now has $2 billion of liquidity within. But the answer is no, it doesn't mean that at all. That's why there are certain projects like Hackin and QuantStamp. They do smart contract auditing to make sure that there's no vulnerabilities and stuff like that. There's other projects that do that as well. But also, you just don't know what the founders are capable of. This is one of the reasons why I don't like meme coins and all these new deflationary coins and all these new charity coins, because they're really hot right now, but you don't know what's really going on behind the scenes, and a rug pull like this could come out, or it could be done any second. So unfortunately, this happened. Now, what's really, really, really interesting about this whole thing is that Mark Cuban, while people were making fun of him, the Cuban Missile Crisis, and you can see, that does not look good. But here's the thing, Mark Cuban responded. But look at this tweet. It's very, very strange. I got hit like everyone else. Crazy part is I got out. Thought they were increasing their TVL enough. Then bam. Did he really? So does this mean that he didn't lose anything? That he actually pulled out of his liquidity from the liquidity pools that he was providing for? So in fact, he actually didn't lose anything. That's what it makes it seem like, right? And is that a coincidence, or is he just a genius? Is he lucky, or is this a lie? Because it seems like he just a few days ago talked about how he was in this project, how he's making money by providing to the pools, and then all of a sudden this happens, and then he tweets out saying, no, you know what, it sucks, but I actually got out, so I'm not hurt by it. So really? You're that good? You're that good? So, but anyways, the bottom line is, it's not good. Try not trying to make light of the situation or bash Mark, but this is the reality of crypto. If you go in CMC, you look at on top, there's over 10,000 crypto projects out there, and that's the ones listed. There's a lot that's not on here that you can find at CoinGecko, and even ones that's not even listed on CoinGecko. Like Iron Finance is not even listed on CMC. There's a lot of projects out there, and a lot of them are just created on a whim. And what they do is they put out a fancy white paper, they put out a fancy website, and then they market. And sometimes if you attract the right person, like Mark, you're going to get a ton. And I'm talking about billions that could come in, right? And we have seen it with many other meme coins also. But just because they're worth billions or have billions locked in doesn't mean that you can trust them fully. So you have to be careful, especially with all these projects that are coming out. That's why, during Q&A, sometimes I do look at these new projects, right? But sometimes they're just off a little bit, or there's something that doesn't look right. And I may be nitpicky, and I may be just picky overall. But, there's little things like, little details you just have to pay attention to, because sometimes it just looks fantastic. The team looks fantastic, everything looks fantastic, but the little details, the devil's in the details, and sometimes you just have to watch out, right? So you may be up 1,000,000%, and in one day it crashes to zero. So that's the bottom line. You know what? Just don't ape into projects just because other people are aping into it, right? That's the moral of the story. All right. Besides this, there's other good news. There's this other news and other good news. Actually, I think everything else was overshadowed by this. And just overall today, a lot of people are, I don't know, I'm feeling it too. Today's just a weird day. Bitcoin's just kind of hovering around, right? But it seems like today is like a really negative day, but it's not. In this sense, there's not a whole lot of excitement today, right? Unfortunately, this happened, but there's also a lot of good things. So I was on this Bitcoin mining console. I was actually going to stream this live for you guys, but then I realized that would have been a mistake, because first of all, it seems that Michael and everyone else, this is the first time they have utilized Twitter to stream, and Twitter Spaces apparently has a limit in terms of how many people can join. So some of the key speakers, the very key ones that they wanted to bring on and talk to, could not join, and they couldn't forcibly kick people out. So unfortunately, there was, throughout this whole thing, they kept referring to people that they wanted to bring on, but they couldn't. So unfortunately, that was an issue. But I think overall, there was still a lot of people from various companies that just talked about the whole situation, right? To me, I didn't feel like there was any new information that came out. It seemed like everyone's just talking about what we already know, right? There's a lot of FUD out there, a lot of information that was given about energy usage and so forth. It's just not true. They're not taking account into like the renewable energy or how much energy is actually being used, which is a very tiny amount, and the carbon emissions and all that, and what's happening in China, and basically the miners being forced to move out. There was a lot of stuff that was talked about, but nothing really earth-shattering, nothing really new that came out of this, right? But that did happen, and again, it kind of shows you that, hey, they're trying to be as transparent as possible about what they plan on doing, how they're doing it, and basically how they're going to collectively join together and destroy the FUD that we're seeing, right? So that's ultimately what it is. But still, people don't like the term console, because it implies that you have a group of individuals that's going to make all the decisions behind closed doors. But no, they're going to be very, very transparent. So we'll see what comes to this. I just made a big deal this morning about how China is forcing a lot of miners out. In fact, over 50% according to reports. Of course, they're slowly moving out. But if they do, guess what? These North American miners is going to gain a lot of hash power. And plus, a lot of those Chinese miners are probably going to move to states like Texas, which is very big for mining, very, very favorable for cheap electricity taxes and stuff like that. But also to countries that have basically free energy utilizing volcanoes, right? So it's a very good thing that we have mining now that's coming out of China. So it does help with this thing about too much centralization of mining in one place and so forth. So we're getting there. So this is moving in a positive direction. All right, what else is there? I saw this is also very positive. I guess the SEC, they put out their agenda for 2021, all the little things that they want to go after. And then the thing that was left out is crypto and Bitcoin, which is surprising because Jerry Gensler, was a professor, taught Bitcoin class at MIT, someone that's really, really into this whole thing. Maybe it was done on purpose. So, I mean, if this is the case, there's no major announcement or regulation or anything that's go, hit us from left field. So that's pretty positive, right? And also, they are about to decide whether or not to allow Bitcoin ETF to come aboard, right? They're allowing comments right now to approve Van Eyck's Bitcoin ETF. We know that Canada already has it. Canada has various ETFs on Bitcoin and Ethereum too. And they've been gaining. They've been gaining. The Bitcoin ETFs from Purpose has been adding almost 2,000 Bitcoins within the last week alone. That's an enormous amount. There is definitely an institutional appetite for Bitcoin, right? So, I don't know. The SEC, to me, I don't see how they could really deny it when the country right above already approved it, right? So it's going to be hard, but we'll see. We'll see. I think if this gets approved, also it's going to help bring more liquidity into the space. I mean, there's just a lot of average traders, people, even retail investors that invest in stocks. A lot of them do trade, exchange traded funds, right? And it could be various things. Of course, a lot of the younger ones probably play AMC and GME, but there's a lot that plays regular ETFs, and of course, this will make it easier for them to get in Bitcoin, and also institutional investors that really want Bitcoin exposure. This will be a natural thing for them to get into, and the more people that buy, the more the fund will have to buy Bitcoin. So this is not settled in paper. This is actually settled with real Bitcoin, and that's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. What else is there? I mean, there's actually a lot of good news today. A lot of good news. GM, their CEO came out and said, you know what? If consumer demands Bitcoin to be used as a payment source, we're going to allow it, right? So I think this is natural. I don't know why anyone would be against it. If you have a whole bunch of people that say, hey, I want to pay for my new Stingray with Bitcoin, why would you not allow that, right? It just makes a whole lot of sense. So I think in the future, I think all car companies are probably going to allow it, not just Tesla, and then they flip-flop, which they'll probably flip-flop back again and allow Bitcoin purchases again, because Elon already alluded that, hey, Bitcoin mining somehow uses 50% renewable energy, I'm going to open it up, as if we really need him to do that. Like, that's the arrogance of Elon sometimes just, like, suffocating, right? So, yeah, you know what? There's other car manufacturers out there. And if they all open up to Bitcoin payments, and if they all happen to also buy Bitcoin with their reserves, then that's definitely a big move for Bitcoin. All right, what else is there? You have Fox Entertainment. They're going to team up with something called VentoBox to manage 100 million NFT funds. So again, NFTs is still evolving. It's still blowing up, and I mean, literally everyone's getting in. Of course, Fox will want to get in. They have movie rights. They have TV rights. They have everything. And not only that, look at CNN is also going to sell historical news moments as NFTs. Time Magazine did this. Time Magazine did this with some of the previous covers, and now CNN is going to sell news so that you could own it, and no one else can own that piece of news. The thing is, you can't license it. It's just that you're owning that NFT. Al Washa says that's what Marquez were talking about. Ada, I just talked about this morning. He should have had that conversation with Charles. That would be a good conversation. They should do that live. I still think they should do that live. And then what else did I miss? Is there still a little bit over 2 million BTC that are yet to be mined? How long roughly before they're mined? Most of it will be within the next decade. Some of it will be reserved for the next 100 plus years. The last few is reserved for like 100 years. Do you know if Polygon can be integrated in E 2.0? No, they wouldn't need to. They would not need to. And I don't think Ethereum 2.0 would need Polygon as a layer 2 anymore. So, kind of different scenario then. All right, last two news, and that's on cryptosaurus.com, which no one else reported, which is why you guys need to check out cryptosaurus.com more. Theta, which is a project I really love, their Theta 3.0 is coming out, but they just added another ally to their ecosystem, and this time it's Danhua Venture Capital, which is basically a big VC firm. But the reason why this is a good entry is because they are a VC that's heavily invested into a lot of crypto companies, such as Blockfolio, Brave, Wish, and so forth. In fact, they have over 50 million in assets. So them getting involved, they're also invested in Theta. So no wonder they're go get involved, right? But Theta has attracted so many big players, CAA from Hollywood, Binance, Google, Sony. They're all running validators. So Theta is really upping their game. So that's another news if you guys didn't catch it. And finally, this opinion piece about why Ethereum and Bitcoin doesn't really fight each other. They complement each other. And I think this is important because a lot of people still think that Ethereum, will one day overthrow Bitcoin and why not, right? Maybe a market cap, which I still think is hard to do, but the two doesn't fight. And if you want to know why, then read the story. So there you go. All right, outside of that, going to CMC overall, it's about the same as this morning. BTC dominance dropped a little bit. The few altcoins that got added to Coinbase, they're still skyrocketing. For example, well, not skyrocketing, but doing better. Solana was just announced that you can deposit in Coinbase Pro, and trading on Coinbase Pro will start tomorrow. So Solana is doing well. Theta, they're just doing well today. AMP is still doing fantastic. AMP has just been killing it recently. Shiba's not doing so good. And then you have a few others that was added. Chili's was added too, and they're doing pretty good too. So the Coinbase coins are still doing good. The Coinbase effect is still ongoing. All right, so let's do some Q&A. About Solana Cosmo last night today.
That was good.
Wizard,
that's why you got that diamond.
I mean, honestly, they're both terrific projects. So you can't go wrong with either one. So congratulations if you picked them up. So what else is there? Daily Boy on VET, CCP will never allow anything they can't control monitors. How does VET then fit in with China? Well, that's a good observation. So right now, VET is operating outside of China, although they're Chinese-based. They have a ton of ties with these big companies within China, right? All the biggest ones out there, like the biggest insurance company, the biggest mobile company, Walmart of China, Haier, which is the biggest appliance manufacturer. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So I do think they have it in, and there is a report that they are working with the government right now to create something that could go beyond the digital yuan, which is really interesting because one of the ex digital yuan finance ministry, I forgot who it was, said that they're looking into smart contracts. They even said good things about Ethereum, but they're working with VeChain on that. So it really depends. It could be that they work with VeChain to come out this brand new chain that will handle smart contracts, right? So we'll see. Still, there's a lot of hearsay, but I do know that VeChain does have that in. They do trust VeChain, and if they do allow citizens to invest in crypto projects that's based in China, right? It's gonna help them. It's gonna help them big. Gokhan, thank you for being real and supportive. Fought everywhere, every day. Yes. Do you have a price prediction for GRT all-time high for 2021? I do not. But you don't need a price prediction. Graph is a good project. It's all you really need to do. They help projects create APIs, which allows other projects to fetch data from them, which is a necessary thing. And you know what? It's widely used with DeFi projects. So just know that it's a good project. Mind checking out Hive is a freelancer work platform comparable to Fiverr, Upwork, recently audited, listed on KuCoin. I have seen it before. I don't really have much opinions on it. It's a very, very, very small cap. 7 million, right? And you know what? Yeah. It's basically like the micro gigs kind of jobs. Maybe not even micro gigs, maybe just regular jobs in general, right? They're trying to solve some of the inadequacies, like high fees and not being transparent and stuff like that. I mean, it could be okay, but right now it's just too early. Way, way, way too early. So you just gotta see if they can catch on, really. Let's go check out Tiger King coin. Shilled on Fox News yesterday, will be shilled on CNBC. TMZ soon. Confirmed show in season 2. Tiger King officially endorsed by Joe. This just sounds like a silly meme coin. If you didn't state all those facts, I would not be looking at it, but I'll look at it because you gave me a lot of good facts. But total supply is outrageous. The token price is pretty outrageous. They're holding steady, I guess. Where they Uniswap, and what do they do?
Free fall.
Official coin of the Tiger King. So is this a
show?
show? I'm guessing it's a show, right? So it's on Netflix. I have no idea about the show. If you guys do too. Total supply deflationary, yes. Yes. We'll have NFT donations, and it's go help tiger rescues. So this sounds like all the other new charity deflationary, save the world kind of coin. But I guess this has cachet because this is going to be the official coin of this guy who's a Tiger King, which I don't know of. So I guess that's the advantage. That's the advantage. And it's probably he's not going to pull a rug pull. He's probably not going to act a scam. I'm hoping. I don't know. Not for me, though. Not for me at all. Bitcoin Machine, thank you. What's your thoughts on
Bruh, just freaking spawned.
I don't know. I don't know anything about it, so can't really tell you. Too many new people in the space now. They don't take time to research what they're buying. Well, that's the case of Iron Finance. I think too many people aped in or jumped in because the fact that, hey, Mark Cuban's in it, so it has to be good, right? Regardless of what anyone says, like how good it is, who recommends it, honestly, you should just do your own research. Everyone has their own opinion about certain coins, right? But if you jump in head first without knowing what you're jumping into, you're setting yourself up.
Jeez.
No, I'm not going to check that Wolfie coin. I don't need to know about any coins that's going to save wolves. Okay? Caliber neutral. Could there be a decentralized blockchain down the road that acts similar to Empower Health Insurance, allows anyone to contribute and incentivizes better health by being redeemable IGA? That's actually a good idea, and I think that already exists. It's just not popular. Like Solve.care is one of the projects that they're doing that. They work with hospitals, at least one network right now in Arizona, where they actually incentivize doctors and stuff to be providing updates and giving comments and stuff, and then in turn, as a person, you get all your health records and they teach you how to be healthy. I don't know if they incentivize you to be healthy, which will lower your insurance rate. I don't know if they have that built in, but it could evolve there. But keep in mind, I was in IT and healthcare specifically for a very long time, for a decade. And breaking into like a EMR, like any kind of EMR system or EHR for healthcare is next to impossible. So it's really, really hard to break into that space. So sometimes it's just really hard. It's just really hard. I'm trying not to miss some of these super chats, okay? Some people always accuse me, George, you just purposely don't look at it as a waste of money. There's so many, and they disappear on me, and I can't find them anymore, okay? So, bear with me. I try to answer these as many as I can. Can you comment on Staff-Fi? Their tech is pretty innovative. I don't know about that. Doesn't even show up. Sorry. Wait, STA fly. There we go, okay. Relatively small, polka dot, ecosystem.
Enemy spy plane inbound.
Oh, I have looked this before. I have looked at this before. I looked at this before, I didn't quite understand what it is. So you can stake a derivatives of an asset. Staking derivatives of a staked asset. So almost seems like it's a synthetic token that they give you after you stake an asset, but then it's some kind of derivative. Maybe it's like options or future or something like that. It's the first DeFi protocol unlocking liquidity of stake assets, or maybe it's just about that. It enables you to swap Fs and R tokens into ERC, and there will be other use cases. Yes. Okay. So it's just more like creating a synthetic token of something you stake, and then you can utilize it in DeFi. So that's what it is. There's several projects that does that. So I don't know. Honestly, projects like that just don't interest me at all. It's just trying to take DeFi to like way up there, like things that people will not use regularly. Mohammed asked me before your thoughts on varsity at Ubix. I don't like varsity. I don't know. I take the back. I don't not like it. I'm neutral on them. I just don't like I don't think it's a big deal with their counting pattern. And Ubix is just okay. It's just okay. I mean, again, there's a billion blockchains out there. That's one of them. And actually, I take it back. They're not a blockchain, they're a DAG. But there's a billion ledgers out there, and I don't know if they could do it. Jonathan. Oh man, I got off track here. Jonathan Lung. Okay, thank you. I don't know if I missed any more. Save Planet Earth is a project that will save Earth from carbon sequestration. Take a look. No, because that's one of those silly projects that I refuse to look at. Charity projects. No. What do you think about Raven coin? Miners are interested. It's about tokenizing things too. They forked off Bitcoin and they tokenize things. So it's okay. It's been around for quite some time. They're actually doing quite well. What is a smart NFT? Looking at a project running on bad microcap named Mattel, so they do smart NFTs. Haven't heard of the name before. Smart NFT is like more of like an evolution. Like the NFT can change and it can do things. Like for example, a sword can actually break rather than just stay a sword. And you can do smart NFTs where you can resell it. And by reselling it, the original person, the owner that sold it, was still collecting a cut of the commission, no matter how many people it sells to. So it's just like an evolution of different things you could do.
Hostile RCXD in your
tight game.
Yeah, it's just too small. Honestly, I have heard of X's wallet. You know, they're doing good things on Algorand right now, but overall they have a nifty desktop wallet, which is actually really easy to use, and a mobile wallet. And you can hook up to your hardware wallet. So, Turkle says 99% coins are nonsense. Solana is not. I agree with that. Thoughts on ETC Magneto upgrade in July. I've been waiting for ETC to do something. I don't know about it. So I'll have to look more into it, but let's just do a real quick search here. Mag. So I don't know why I kept that.
Multiple hostile spy planes detected.
Spy plane mission time drop 50%.
Magneto will be inclusive of the Ethereum Berlin upgrade. So it's just activating what Ethereum already activated. Doesn't add anything.
Jeez, stupid knife dude.
ECIP 1103. What does 1103 do? Will pave way for all Ethereum protocol upgrades to be added on Ethereum Classic. Ensure maximum compatibility. Yeah. So this is like a BS upgrade. It doesn't do anything. It basically allows it to copy Ethereum even more. So this is the reason why I don't like Ethereum Classic. It doesn't stand out. All they're doing is putting improvement in protocols to make it more compatible with Ethereum upgrades.
Hostile spy plane established overhead.
Joe Exotica, Tiger King's national treasure, if you say so.
So close.
And I'm not gonna look at the next safe moon. Sorry.
Spy plane launch.
Only 5 coins. Mud says the only 5 coins I'm holding long are BTC, Binance Coin, Cardano, Lanky. That's pretty good. That's pretty good makeup. Right? George for president. Thank you. Morgan, hey George, been listening for a while. Really appreciate the work you put in. Share your thoughts on Trust Swap. Ooh, Trust Swap. They're a swap and they're a launch pad too, if I recall correctly. Right? Were they a launch pad also? I thought they were a launch pad. That might be another swap. Yeah, they do. Like I said, they do. So. Yeah, I've heard of a few projects come out of Trust Swap. I mean, they're actually more known for their launchpad than their swapping service. You know, I've never done a deep dive with them, so I don't know who's invested in them or anything. But I've heard of them. I've heard of them, and they are on Uniswap.
One more round. It's the final countdown.
Real says if Cuban really pulled out, smells like him. Sorry, I was thinking about that too. Real question is, should I be worried about my cake holdings? Not at this time. I don't think so. I think they're still the biggest AMM on Binance Smart Chain, and even though they had some problems, but they're working through it, and I think they'll come back. I bought into SWM as I like the idea, but nothing's happening. Well, keep researching, man. Keep researching. Sometimes you buy into something and it just won't move.
Free for all.
But you know what? You give it time and it can. Yeah, there's no one that's even trading this. So you might have to wait a long, long time. The volume is nothing. Polkadex. No, Polyastic. It's too small. I don't even want to look at this, honestly. It's too small of a project. Another person trying to shill Tiger King. Dana, ETHBridge, multi-chain DEX would be launched next week. That's not... Well, that's pretty encouraging. I know Condena is like a DeFi ecosystem in Southeast Asia. They're on KuCoin. They have a fancy app. I think they're going to be limited by the location they're operating, but a new DEX and an ETHBridge could help them. Could help them. Let's see what they are at now. Okay. Yeah, they were much higher, but the volume is surprisingly low. Very low for a 61 million market cap project. How are these new projects validated for authenticity, and what utility do they provide for the average retail crowd? a lot of them you just don't know. You just don't know. I made that point at the beginning. You have to just dig in and make sure that the project is being worked on and there's execution. Isn't too hyped up. You don't have a billion people that's jumping in, out of a whim, right? Sometimes you just have to follow a project for a long time, and some of them take precautions. Very detailed about what they do. A lot of them submit their smart contracts to other projects to get audited. There's many things. But ultimately, you don't know what the founders are like, right? So what I like is also put a lot of emphasis on team too. Whether or not they have built something before kind of shows you if they can lead, if they're trustworthy.
Damn.
Yeah, thank you.
You're outside the wire. Mission is go.
Julian, I've heard that.
Enemy
But
sentry turret detected in your AO.
thank you. No matter. Neil Armstrong space on the Eternity chain. Yeah, people keep talking about it. It's supposedly Shaq and everyone else is getting on there. This project was too shilled back in the
Jeez,
day.
man. Can't put a break.
And they came down quite a lot. NFTs overall has come down quite a lot. If they can attract good celebrities, they can come back. All right, last one, merchant token.
Multiple hostile spy planes detected. Multiple hostile spy planes detected. Multiple hostile spy planes detected. Hostile RCXD in your AO.
Man, this is supposed to be my round, and I'm trying to get 5. I gotta get 5 persistent kills. 1. Let's get one more. Jeez. It's my aim. I am so bad.
Spy plane available for tasking.
See? That, and I don't think this gun's strong enough.
Hostile care package inbound.
I gotta tap him.
Enemy cruise missile launch detected. Hostile spy plane established overhead.
Man, Bald Head Rick is freaking killing it this round.
Artillery targeting detected. Net call. Incoming artillery. Hostile sentry turret active.
Cheese. Cheese, cheese, cheese.
Spy plane perimeter established, Dangerous 3.
Cruise missile inbound.
Spy plane fuel check 50%. Thanks for the work. Spy plane terminating overflight.
Enemy spy plane inbound. Hostile sentry turret active. Enemy RCXD detected. Hostile attack helicopter inbound.
On, two
Care package
more.
available for tasking.
Dang. What time is it? One more round, one more round.
Free for all.
Jeez.
Spetsnaz ГРУ, you have execute authority. Hostile spy plane established overhead.
Plane standing by.
Spy plane in the turn. Reporting hostile contact. Spy plane, fuel check. 50%.
Hostile RCXD in your AO.
Stay safe, comrades.
Fuck. Mother.
Enemy spy plane inbound. Hostile sentry turret active. Enemy sentry turret detected in your AO.
Care package available for that.
Shit. Dude. All I needed was one kill.
Hostile spy plane established overhead. Multiple hostile spy planes detected.
Deployment. Good hit, good hit. Spy plane available for tasking.
Spy plane perimeter established, Angels 3. Enemy RCXT detected. Spy plane MTL 50% check. Time is running out. Fight harder.
Oh. There's somewhere over here.